Hello, Cancer. Welcome to the Black-Hearted Oracle. Now, before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course, my beautiful ancestors. Now, what you see laid before you is your love and romance reading for October. This is for all Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as cross-watchers and those that are curious about Cancers that just happened to cross this video. Now, the first message that we have for you is from the Black-Hearted Oracle, and it's number 11, and it's to love yourself, you are better at it. And the message says, seeking, searching, searching, seeking for that one person who will free you of all that pain, that one person who will take away all that self-doubt, looking, begging, pleading for just that one person who is going to heal all those wounds. You're in a constant quest of running from yourself because the only person who can fix you is you. We must love ourselves fully and wholly first in order to love anyone else. If you are void and empty, you are only drawing to yourself that which you are. You are only broken if you think you are. The best love is self-love. Love is self-love. So begin to seek yourself, date yourself, renew your spirit. Seek first the kingdom that resides within, and all other things shall be added to you. Now, the second message that we have comes from the little reminders, and it says communication. And it says, I effectively communicate and clarify my needs in order to achieve my goals. The last message that we have for your opening guidance is the 31, the lady with the Bosch egg. And it says, the lady with the Bosch egg is the one in this lifetime who has been chosen to keep safe, sometimes keep secret, deep esoteric knowledge. Throughout history, most troubled times, there have always been courageous beings ensuring that sacred knowledge was kept alive. There will always be those brave souls who will take the knowledge represented by the Bosch egg, camouflage it, and keep it safe so that at a later time, when the world is finally ready, we all can learn. The lady speaks. I have done what I can to safeguard this treasure from the sacred library. I will keep it safe, record its wisdom, and ensure that those truths stay alive for a future time. I hope that you understand the history of knowledge you crave and respect and acknowledge the freedom of the times you now live in. Do the work yourself. It may be that at some time you will find my egg, that you are the person chosen to speak of knowledge others thought was lost. You too are a guardian of wisdom. I know and know when to keep silent. Know what to keep to yourself. Know that some secrets come to light at the right time. The spirit message. It may feel to you that you are receiving wisdom from ancient sources, and that some of its energy may feel unfamiliar to you, even dark. So now would be a good time for you to explore something to do with the Renaissance or medieval times. Understand that the knowledge was brought through to you. Learn all that you can. Explore esoteric symbology, history of magic, and spirituality. And know that while you are safe, you may wish to keep silent about certain practices. Okay, Cancer, please keep in mind those messages as we go through your spread. You'll find them to be very useful. Now, the first question I asked is how Cancers would be represented within the month of October. And what we received was codependency. To clarify that, we received the Ace of Coins. And it says addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, codependency can speak of being addicted to somebody's energy or being stuck with a person or dependent on a person for resources, as this is saying. You know, this is a great opportunity. So codependency, your addiction to the pinnacle, you know, finances, to achieving, is a factor in your love life. Now, I wanted to clarify, and I received the beauty card. Sorry, I just want to make sure everything is in tune. I received the beauty card. To clarify that, I received the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. So already, Cancer, we could see that you're going through a lot, you know. This says grace, loveliness, intrigue of form and spirit. But right here we see the battles. You know, these are two people fighting over their passions. Because at their feet is waiting on their ships to come in. But they can't do that because they're fighting over their passions. So the ships can't come in because the energies are wasted. And it's causing a 5 of Pentacles. So someone right here is codependent on opportunity and maybe using their beauty to get it, but it's causing them to actually have a feeling of being left out in the cold and being into petty energies. Now, we also received a vulnerability. And to clarify that, we received the Moon. And the 5 of Swords again. Now, you seriously are going to be experiencing major changes because already we have 3 5s on the board. And that's a Tower moment. It adds up to a Tower moment. So you're really going to be experiencing some change. And it seems like you're into very, very heavy energies. Because you're being vulnerable, you know, open-hearted, allow yourself to be tender, but what you're being open to and what you're not seeing is this 5 of Swords energy. You know, this is the petty arguments. This is willing to win at all costs. Because you can see this person is running away, but the person chasing after is still running them through with a sword. So these are some really heavy energies, Cancer. I further wanted to clarify what these energies were about. So I received the 2 of Pentacles. And I like to clarify the 2 of Pentacles. So I received on this side the Hierophant in reverse. And on this side, the 7 of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. So, again, I mean, you're really going through some heavy things this month, Cancer. And I'm sorry for that. But you're using your beauty in order to receive an opportunity. And you're trying to be open. But what you're not seeing is that it's causing you this problem. And you're juggling this decision of an unhappy home situation and this sneaky energy that's causing arguments of somebody rushing in. And again, with these energies. Now, let's see the intention behind it. Joy. And you can definitely see it because when you clarify joy, what you received was the 9 of Pentacles. So, maybe the codependency on somebody's finances has gotten you to such a place where you just want to be single, you know, to be abundant on your own and find your joy. Okay, I mean, I normally ask, what's the problem? that you're going to be facing, but I think how you're represented has shown a lot of the problems already. So the next question that I asked for you, Cancers, are how would you be represented? Chemistry. I mean, was the problem. Sorry. Is chemistry. You know, to clarify chemistry, we receive Justice and Nine of Cups. So this is digging a little deeper because you got to remember that you're looking for joy and the Nine of Coins, which is being single and happy. But here, if you're dealing with a Libra, you're not getting any wish fulfillment out of this situation. And maybe the chemistry is lacking now. Or it could be the fact that you guys have amazing chemistry and you're wanting justice out of this situation. You know? Remember, this is the symbol of Ma'at. Ma'at rules our lives, and at the end of lives, our heart must weigh as a feather. So we couldn't have had anything that has taken us out of our truth that has weighed down our heart by the end of our lives, or the scales would be unbalanced. But right now, your scale is unbalanced because you can't find the wish fulfillment. Or, again, that can also be codependency with overindulgence with alcohol. Now, I wanted to further clarify. So, what I received when I further clarified was the Five of Swords. So, again, you had these energies. So, you're having problems with this Libra because you guys are fighting. When I clarified what wasn't giving your wish fulfillment, it was, you know, the Knight of, the Two of Swords. Now, I always like to clarify. So, one hand, it was the Lovers, and the other one was the Magician. So, when I clarified, I received the Four of Swords here, and the Moon here, and the Four of Cups. So now, as you can see, that this Lovers card is about like that soulmate kind of love, you know, this, but it's also a choice. So what's being revealed to you, though, is that somebody doesn't want this. They don't care about the chemistry. You know, they know that their justice is to not give that person wish fulfillment. And if this is you, Cancer, because remember, this is a problem that you're going to be facing, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're the one who's not getting wish fulfillment. You could be the one who is becoming a magician and resting from this situation. When I further clarified, I received transparency. And what I received was the Ace of Swords with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Right? I'm trying to get this so we can focus more here. Okay. So this is transparency. You've fully doubled down on receiving that truth. You know, and this person right here, he rides in. He is Mr. Douchebag on a horse. He's rushing in with his sort of truth, but he is mean. You know, I mean, if you've ever been around a person who's super analytical and one of those mental-minded people, when they get crossed, they become very, very cold and mean. Now, when I wanted to clarify what was this truth, I received the Moon in reverse again, right as here, with the Justice card. I wanted to know what was that justice, and it was a true sword again. You know, someone is seeking that opportunity. So the problem that you're going to have, it seems that you're going to be receiving a lot of truth or giving a lot of truth. Somebody is telling you where seems to be this justice again, that no matter what amount of chemistry you guys have, there's no wish fulfillment in it. You know? This justice is telling you that they're seeking to be a king of pentacles. Or you're telling this justice that you want to be a king of pentacles. So you're not, the offer won't be accepted. But what you should do is become a magician and gather yourself back, gather your strength back. Because this is the Four of Swords. This is before the battle. You know, the petty battle, the wasted energies. This is the Four of Swords. So you're going to need to rest up because Five of Swords have been all the way through your readings. Now, okay, let's put these over. If we need them, we'll reference to them. Now, this is the intention and complacency. Complacency in no wish fulfillment. Complacency in not wanting the offer of the Moon in reverse. These Seven of Swords energies. I mean, these Five of Swords energies. There's a lot of complacency within this reading. But there goes the High Priestess. So being that this relationship seems to be on a tumultuous road, I don't know, this right here is telling you that you know what you know. You know, she wears her heart on her sleeves, but her mouth is closed because she has the knowledge of the Torah. She carries the Ankh of life within her hand. Her intuition is lit. As you can see the white candle, she's protecting her energies. But this one can also represent side chick material. You know, she's not the Empress. So, are you complacent in being a side chick? Or in keeping one? But you're going to receive messages from a Knight of Cups and an offer. So there we go. There's a marriage, the side chick, and being complacent. And a Two of Cups that's in reverse because of it. Remember, justice came out twice. And they didn't come out with good cards. They came out with truth. And they came out with the Nine of Cups in reverse. So you have to remember that these are your problems. You're going to have to figure out how this marriage and these energies can stop keeping you complacent. Now, one second, Cancer, sorry. Sorry about that, Cancer. But now we get into the helpful energies that you have access to. This is forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. To clarify that, we receive the victory. So if you can forgive whatever situation you're going in or you've been in, you can gain victory. You know? And in this situation, the High Priestess would represent that. She would represent, you know, that inner knowledge, the knowing. She carried pomegranates, so that means that she's abundant. She's dressed in purple. So she knows her royalty. And with a strength. So forgive and learn. Receive the lessons that you've gotten out of this. Because remember, in the other card, she was carrying her Torah. Have the strength to be able to forgive and learn. Now, again, we've also received religious factors. To clarify the religious factors, we had the Ace of Wands. Remember, these are your helpful energies. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Now, this right here is your passions. You know, this could be a child being, you know, the conception of a child. That can represent the phallus. But what it is, though, is your passions. You know, so you have an Ace of Cups and a Judgment. So maybe you're going to have to depend heavily on your religious factors, your religious upbringing, in order for you to find passion. And when I see, okay, let me explain to you how I see the Ace of Cups once I've seen a tumultuous reading. I never believed that this right here is a new love. I mean, it could well be. You know, it's not for me to say whether you should take that or not if it is an offer of love coming into you. But you're going to have to make a judgment call on that anyway. But what this is to me, especially with this religious factor card and your passion card, is self-love. This person looks like they have been crying, like this woman, crying and begging for forgiveness. And her eyes looked like, you know, like when you've done that heaving, hoving cry where your chest is up and down, quivering on its own, and you're just really tired. This looks like your cup of love will be able to refresh you. And you're going to have to make a judgment call. Now, to go further, we received divine sensuality, which again could be your passion. But we received the Devil with that, and the Queen of Pentacles. Again, this goes back to using divine sensuality to gain the Queen of Pentacles, you know? So I don't know, but this seems more like a Tatiana spread, like right here. So let's go further. Guide. Yeah, see? You're being guided to cut this out. And go back to this Ace of Cups. You know? This is a trustworthy ally. This King of Swords is somebody who doesn't play. They do what is best for them at always. Because they know that their emotions flow and nourishes their land. The intention is bittersweet. And to clarify that, Page of Coins and the Queen of Cups. Come on, Cancer. Like, this is so... this is such a spiritual reading for you. Because what it's saying is this lifestyle right here, although it might offer you some form of stability, the Devil energies are what tastes good, feels good, smell good, looks good, but they really hurt us in the end. Right? So this is bittersweet. She's offering her cake, but she's still crying. You know? So is this little opportunity that's being granted to you worth your self-love? Because she's playing her tune, but the instrument is crying. Because she has her self-love on her head. So you're going to need to move away from these energies and deal with your self-love. Instincts. Queen of Cups. Sorry, let's move this over. Queen of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. Can you not see what this is telling you? It's telling you to cut this out. Pick back up your cup. Use your instincts for that self-love, because there you will get your Ace of Pentacles. You don't have to be codependent. You have everything in you to guarantee you this. But first, what you're going to need is this. Now, let's go to the outcome. The outcome is going to be heart-to-heart conversations in reverse. And why is that? Because of backstabbing and betrayal. So, and you're going to have to take a leap of faith by not working on whatever relationship this was. I mean, I could see why you wouldn't want to work on it. I mean, and if you're the one who's still trying to stick with this because of Ace of Pentacles, then remember that this is really how you want to be represented. Of self-sufficient with your joy. You're going to have to seek sanctuary. The Four of Swords. Again. To regain back your strength, you're going to need a moment of introspection in hermit mode. You know, that leap of faith into something new. In order to recover from this. Now, why? It's because you've come to an impasse. You can only deal with these energies but for so long. You know, this being backstabbed and betrayed and the lack of strength, but for so long. Why you're at an impasse? Because there's not equal give and take. You know? It's the King of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. But, you know, what is the Page of Pentacles offering? He's offering to juggle. You know, what is juggling? Being a King of Pentacles and wish for fulfillment is what can be revealed to you. The opportunity is there for you to have wish fulfillment and become a King of Pentacles and turn the sun upside down. I mean, right side up. Now, again, with the forgiveness, you're going to have to forgive this whole situation. You know, stand guard as a wounded healer. You know, forgiveness of you always trying to go back and always ending up into this Three of Swords and just waiting. You know, it's not the Eight of Pentacles where you're working on something, Cancer. You're going to have to make the decision to forgive yourself and forgive everyone involved and take that last little bit of strength you have and pursue your passions. Okay, Cancer, I would like to get to your closing guidance, and it is time. It says, life can be a medley of delight. When the painting of your path begins to fray within your own lodge of thought, shift your mind's eye to that of a placid sea. See the brilliant path of silver moonlight that comes across the water to bring you safely home. Let the clarity of light fill you with radiant colors as surround yourself with the protection of the ancestors. This is a time of your becoming. What wonders do you dream of for yourself? So it goes right in line with the rest of the reading, that this is a time for you to really choose you. You know, your self-love is what is necessary at this time. So keep that in mind. The next one is God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorways to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So if you're in a lack mentality, you need to get out of that, Cancer. And this is Medicine Woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. And the last one is passion. This speaks of you finding what drives you, not only from a place of chemistry, but one of real passion, one that drives you and a fire in your belly to do something. I'm sorry I had to rush this, Cancer, but have a great time. I hope this message finds you well, and may your higher self be found in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.